Good morning. I wanted to make a longer video on the Edison battery bank and my solar setup because somebody asked me about it, and I got a couple of comments on some older videos and some shorts that I had. So what I have here is I have 40 500 amp hour 1.2 volt batteries. They're made by Iron Edison. This is the TN 500. I have them set up in 4 banks of 10 batteries each, which makes 12 volts, and so, or a little bit more, it's like 14 something. But because I have 4 banks, that equates to 2,000 amp hours of capacity when they're running at 100%. I have them connected with 4-aught Temco EasyFlex that I actually bought a hydraulic crimper to put the crimp connections on, but I wanted as much or as little resistance between banks as possible, because, and you can see I have, it's not ideal that I have a long one going down to the bottom banks, but I have to connect them somehow. So I have this one connected to that one connected to that one connected to this one. And then this right here is some 2 AWG, so some number 2 copper coming over here. It's a jumper. It runs across, you can see it runs across and connects to those knife switches. The knife switches are where my solar are these little wires coming in. Number 12's coming from different sections of the solar. I have them set up about 4 panels to each one of these. You know, they'll handle the amperage coming down. I've never had them get heated, but they go into the knife switches. The knife switches, I can shut off the panels going to the bank. I can shut off the bank going to the house. The house right now, I've just got a 6-3 going into the house, so number 6 wire going into my radio room. The siding you see right there, that's my radio room, and the house is about 4 feet from this building here. This building is the battery bank building, and I wanted it separate from the house in case it catches fire. We won't risk losing the house as much. My solar panels, I have about 1,600 watts of 12 volt panels on the roof up there, and in peak sun 1,600 watts at 12 volts should be about 130 amps, 133 amps, something like that. At the float voltage it would be like 88 amps or 80 amps at 18 volts, but it doesn't get to the float voltage very often, and I'm not sure how that changes as the voltage changes. I don't know if the amperage rises or what on panels. I'm not that clear on panels. I just know that they put out about 8 or 10 amps a piece, something like that, per panel in full sun. In any case, on this board I have, this is a old Linksys router that I use for just a home router, so we can connect to things. So it's just hooked to the 12 volt because Linksys will run straight off of just a 12 volt battery bank. So if you ever need a router, get you an old Linksys router. It'll run straight off of a battery bank. This inverter here was one of my first inverters. When I first got here, I had 2 golf cart batteries, and I want to say they were 215 amp hours each. There were 2 6-volt Duracell golf cart batteries, and those batteries and that inverter would run all my lights in my house and my charge my phones and stuff, and so it let me be semi off grid. Well, this right here will run my whole house, but it's not my middle point. So I had those 2 golf cart batteries. I switched to 10 golf cart batteries that are down here. You can't see them probably, but they're right there. That's my It's just two 6x6 posts with a little shed roof, that little shed roof right there over it to keep the weather off, and an inverter or two mounted in there. And so that's 10 golf cart batteries. I upgraded to 10 golf cart batteries, and it's been that way for about 10 years, probably about 7 or 8 years. So probably about 8 years. And when I swapped for these, it had just started reducing in capacity, because lead acid will reduce in capacity. After about 10 years, they start to go down. They have about a life expectancy of about 10 years. Anyway, I have yet to move my inverters over here so I can run the whole house off of the solar. I can run all my radios in my radio room are ran off this bank right here, this Edison battery bank, and I can run my refrigerator off of it and all that stuff. Anything that's directly DC runs off this bank. Those inverters, until today, I still had one bank of panels go into the lead acid bank batteries, and my inverters were still coming off of there. But I'm going to move my inverters into this room and put them off of this bank. So that's my next goal. And but no, this bank should last me forever, rest of my life probably, if I take care of it. So I've got to finish putting walls on this. I've only got one wall up, and so I need to go ahead and finish walling it and put a door on it and everything so that I can, protect my investment. I was fortunate. I swapped 2 firearms for these. I swapped a rifle and a pistol for these batteries, and it was a very good swap. I went a long way, probably about an hour and a half away, 2 hours away to get them. But it came with the hydro cart, which is the filling station. It has this gun that fills the batteries, and the way this works, let's see, is you flip the cap back on the vent, you stick that little nozzle down in there, and you pull the trigger, and it fills automatically. I don't know if you can see that. I'll do this one. So you just flip that back, stick that down there, it fills it to level, and it's done. Now, these batteries use a lot of water. So last fall, I filled these up with distilled water. Eventually, I think every 10 to 15 years you're supposed to change the electrolyte in them. And this electrolyte is not really toxic, so it's not like the nickel cadmium ones. This one's a nickel iron battery, and so it's not as toxic. In any case, it took me, over the fall and the winter months, it evaporated down and I was losing capacity. And it took me about 15 gallons of distilled water to get 40 batteries back up to level. So it does use distilled water. I'm thinking about trying to source a water distiller or make one that's just either something that I can heat with a fire or something that I can plug into 12 volts and it just distills slowly, and I can just make my own distilled water, because I'm going to go through distilled water. If you put regular just well water or chlorinated water or whatever, chlorinated water would be terrible for it. Just your straight up well water. Our well water is pretty clean. It doesn't have a lot of iron in it, but you will end up with minerals getting into this, and it will mess up the solution. It'll mess up the batteries probably, and so you need distilled water. You need something with no minerals. In any case, that's my battery bank. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, because right now I'm doing away with I had 3 PWM chargers right here, these little Chinese chargers. I had 3 of them in parallel charging this bank, and the float voltage would never get high enough for this to peak out, and it needs to have a little higher voltage, and somebody in the comments brought that to my attention. And so what I'm doing today is I'm going to get some blocking diodes and put it in line so that it just hooks up to the panels, because it can handle the extra voltage. 17, 18 volts is not a big deal for these batteries. But right now I just have them on a knife switch. So tonight I'll just switch them off, but it's just, you go through different changes and progressions in what you're doing, and I'm learning just like everybody else. But if you have any suggestions for a charge controller for the iron Edison batteries or any kind of Edison batteries, just leave a comment, make suggestions, like and subscribe. I make videos on all kinds of stuff. I do all kinds of things, and usually I'll make a video when I think that somebody could benefit from what I'm doing. It's not necessarily for, I mean, I don't make any money off of this, but it's just to, somebody's curious about batteries, or they're curious about mechanic work or something like that. So if you would, just like and subscribe, and if you like the videos that are pique your interest, make a comment, because I tend to, if somebody's interested in battery banks, I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'll go make another video on that and explain it a little bit more. Or if somebody's interested in diesel engines, I'll go do that. I'm always doing all this stuff, but I just don't always make videos about stuff. Y'all have a nice day, have a nice week. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. Have a nice day.